Hi, just wanted to make a video on the Traxxas 4Tech model number 4310. It's an all-wheel drive on-road. It's a very old model actually, and I've had it for many years and decided to just recently update it. So here's the upgrades that I put into the car. Want to quickly make a shout out to the guys at RCU Forums. They were fantastic, tremendous help. These guys gave me great suggestions, and based on their suggestions, these are the upgrades that I put in the car. So here we go. So here's some of the old hardware that's getting replaced. This is the old 6L flat nickel cadmium battery with the Tamiya plug. This was the original servo that was in the car. Try to zoom in on that. That's the original servo that came from Airtronics, which we know is no longer around. And plastic. So that was the original servo. And here's another, the ESC was from Airtronics as well, called the Contender. And that's what that looked like then. And it had the on-off switch. I taped it to it. These are the plugs, Tamiya plug for the motor. I mean for the ESC, and here's for the motor. And that's what we upgraded. So first things off, one of the things that I did change out was the servo, and I went with the suggested Savox SC1258TG. Excellent servo, really happy with this. The only thing that I had to modify on it was I had to get this horn, this piece right here. This is called the horn, and I had to change it because the one that was on the original Traxxas 4310 did not fit on there. So swap that out. The only mod I made to the horn was I had to drill out the screw here, the threading actually, to get the screw through, and then I can put the lock nut on top of it, because you can't screw in the screw that's with the Traxxas. It won't fit into the threading. So instead I just drilled out the threading with a very small drill bit, and then I just fit the screw straight through without any threading, and then I just put the lock nut right through. As it came through, I just put the lock nut on. So that worked out perfect. So that was great there. From there, we went with well, I'll show you the box. So I went with the suggested Radiolink RC3S. This is a fantastic transmitter and receiver. I'll put a link on the bottom so you can check it out. This also has the capability, which I did not know because it's not officially documented, but it has the capability of pairing more than one receiver. So if you have numerous cars and you only want to use one transmitter, you can buy the additional receivers, and I'll give you a shot of that. There's the part number, and there they are. So they're Radiolink R4F receivers, and you just put them in your cars and it will pair to the Radiolink RC3S. I believe you can do 10 of them. So for batteries, I chose the Venom 5030C 7.4. It's a 2S battery, model number 15080. I'll leave a link at the bottom. This is a great battery, and I chose them mostly because of the support. Believe it or not, when I was looking for a battery, Venom was the one that gave me the most information, and they were the most supportive and patient and the most knowledgeable and very accessible. So that's important. They stand by their product and they're accessible. You email them, they email you back. You can. It's just fantastic. They're just great guys. Battery comes with these 4 adapters in case you need like banana. I think that's a banana. That's the Dean's. This is a Tamiya, I believe, and I'm not sure what this is. And it just hooks up at the end there as the adapter. You just fit it to whatever you need. These come out. These are actually banana plugs. These actually come out, so you can just pop them out. These pop out, and this also comes out. This is where the charger is, so this is your charging port, and all 3 of them come out. That's just the way it's designed. Okay, but a great battery. Really happy with it. So one of the mods I had to make was I was using the old Dynamite Dynasport 1500. Now this is a flat 6-cell nickel cadmium, and it has rounded edges. And the new one that I have, the Venom, the 15080, has squared edges. So it doesn't fit really well at all into the holster, into this cage, because it's rounded. So what I did was I cut just the joint right at the edge. I just cut that edge right there, and I did the same thing on the other side. I cut this edge right here as well. See where I'm moving it with my finger? Right there. And by doing that, I was able to get the battery to fit in. So I just, like that, boom, and it's in. Now the other thing that I did was I had to take this hinged door off the other side, because it's also a little bit bigger. So once I put the battery in, the other side won't close because it's a little bit bigger. So what I did was I took the hinge off. There's the door hinge. I took that off, and it won't fall out because it's a pretty tight fit, even though it's still cut. But it won't come out because the battery has the connectors up on top. So if it does slip, I'll just get an upper view. So if it does slip a little bit, it just slips right to there and stops. You can't go any further. So, but I've been driving it and it hasn't moved, so it's pretty good. So that was that upgrade. So from there, I chose for the ESC, the HobbyWing QUICRUN 1060. It's brushed, waterproof, 60 amp. It's a really great ESC. It's really well, has great rating on YouTube, all the videos that I saw. Just fantastic. The switch, it's really cool. It's actually covered, and then the switch can actually fit on here. It's like a clip, and it clips onto there. That makes it really convenient. The different settings for the jumpers, for forward, reverse, and however you want to set up, and for whether it's nickel cadmium or LiPo. There's two switches here. You can switch them. I'll show you that in a second on the car itself. But a great brushed ESC. Really fantastic. And here it is on the car. So let me just move the batteries out of the way, the battery cables out of the way. So there it is. It's really, really nice. Again, like I said, the switch, the on-off switch, gets hooked on. It's like a hook, and it hooks onto the ESC. Really, really cool. Here's the jumpers for your battery, either NiCad or LiPo. I have it on LiPo. The other jumper is off because I'm using it for forward and reverse. You can have forward and brake. There's different settings. So the jumper's off for forward and reverse setup. The next thing that I put in here is going to be the motor, but it didn't come yet, and I'm going to replace it with another 540. This is the original 540 Stinger that's still in there. So I put it back. It's still running. It runs really well. So I kept that in there for now, but I am getting another motor, so I'll let you know which one well, there's a few of them I'm getting. I'm going to test a few from Red Cat and a few others, 540s. So I'll let you know in another video which one I ended up going with, and I'll show you. So this is basically the setup, and it went quite well. Just a few modifications here and there. So this is the original Stinger motor that was in the car. It's from Traxxas. It's a 20-turn motor. It has the traditional banana plugs soldered to the ends. So that's what came out of the car. And believe it or not, the brushings are still pretty good in here after all these years. I never really ran it that hard. So the motor did last. I never had to replace it after all these years. And then I decided to go with, for the upgrades of the car, I decided to go with the Tamiya torqued tuned motor. It's the RS540. It's a great little motor. Can't say enough good things about it. That's how good it is. Really highly recommend it if you need a brushed motor in an old setup like mine. And here it is installed. If you can see it, yeah, there it is. There it is down there. And again, it was easy to set up because the ESC came with banana plugs for the motor, and it was easy because the motor had banana plugs already soldered to it. So it was a great match, really great match. And that's it. So another quick mention was that the servo, when installed, was making a lot of buzzing noises bzz, 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 all the time. So I found, after searching on YouTube, that there's a quick fix for this by using this capacitor plug-in. It's a JST at the bottom here that plugs into channel. You plug it into channel 4 of your receiver, and by doing so, this capacitor will offset some of the power and take away that buzzing noise that the servo makes. It's a very unique device, and it actually does the trick. So just power it on just to show you. See, nice and quiet. And I'm not even doing it in full power. This thing is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Even with the stock motor in there, just amazing performance out of this.